What's going on, everyone? This video is, well, I wouldn't call it late, but I wanted to do some year-long awards, more or less, for all sorts of different soap companies that I've tried. Haven't quite had the channel for a year yet, but it's January now, it's a new year, it's 2023. So I just wanted to give a little overview of highlight some different bars for some different companies that I've tried and things that stand out from each company. Not every company, because I've tried a whole lot, but some of the more outstanding ones, I guess you could say. Let's start out with the worst company of the year that I've tried. That is going to be none other than, I have the sample thing right here, Outlaw Soaps. I don't actually have the sample bar, not because I used it, but because I threw it away because it smelled so bad, and I didn't want to be down here with it. Outlaw Soap, in my opinion, is like the worst smelling soap out there. It smells horrible. And they just use like artificial fragrance for all their bars. It's horrible. They don't have any special ingredients. They smell awful. It smells like you're running around in the desert and rolling in the dust. If that's your cup of tea, then that's your cup of tea. It's not mine. Yeah, I think they're the most overrated soap company out there. They have cool customer service. I don't think they're bad people, but I think their soap is horrible. So that is my award that goes to them. Next up, we have another company that I appreciate. I don't really use them that much because their scents don't really blow me away. They're not really super exciting to me. This company is right here is one of the most natural soaps out there, if I'm being honest. This is Urban Eden. I want to make sure you get a good view of that. There it is. This is their coconut and kaolin clay bar. This thing literally has 4 ingredients. This is the most simple brand, and it's one of the most natural brands. They use very natural ingredients, and that's one reason their bars are just so simple and so good. But that's also kind of why I don't use them as much or do that many reviews of them, because they're not like the most exciting scents. I did a whole batch of videos on them. Like, this is coconut and kaolin clay. They had another one that was cool. It had sea clay. A lot of the other ones are like grapefruit and salt and just very natural bars. So I really appreciate how natural they are and how simple they are too. So if you don't want a lot of ingredients in your soap, this is definitely the brand for you. Urban Eden. You can even buy a whole sample pack on their website, which is what I did. So shout out to them. They don't get a ton of publicity. You might see their ads on Instagram every once in a while, but they are a very good company. Next up on the list, we have just some cooler ones here. So this is the Mad Viking Beard Company. I did a couple reviews on them, and their scents are quite a bit of quite a mix mash of different ingredients. Yeah, they have a lot of different ingredients, and their primary source is just fragrance, like natural and artificial. But come on, look at that packaging. And they have a lot of other products too. They actually don't specialize in soap. They specialize in beard products. But I still think they have some of the best packaging out there. So I wanted just to give them a little glimpse in this video. The Mad Viking Beard Company. It's a pretty cool looking brand. And the bars don't smell that bad. But I wouldn't necessarily consider them like the most all natural bars either. Not bad though. Not bad at all. Next up, we have this one this Wild Mountain Soap Company right here. Their bars are huge, and their ingredients are not bad. Again, they do have like just regular fragrance in them, but with that being said, they have more different scents on their website than like any other company I've ever seen. So many to choose from, and they have some really cool ones like Black Sea. They have a lot of like Appalachian type scents on there, mountain waterfalls, and just all sorts of great natural scents. Any type of berry you can imagine. Every combination of soap you can imagine is on their website, so I highly recommend that you check them out as well. Wild Mountain Soap Company. Pretty cool there. All right, let's move on now to some of the even more well-known soap companies. This next one I'm going to kind of give a shout out to is going to be the Mountain Goat Soap Company. I love goat soap. I did a whole bunch of reviews on their sampler pack, and it was a solid sampler pack. So these are actually the size of their sample bars. They're not really, really small like the rest of the companies. They're huge. They're like a third of a bar. This one's like a big solid chunk. Like, look at this thing. So first of all, their sampler pack is amazing. So I highly recommend you get that. Their scents are good, but they're very perfumey. They're not quite along the lines of what I prefer. And none of them really have exfoliation. They're just pretty much a combo of perfume and goat soap. But the thing I wanted to highlight about them, they have the coolest designs on their soap. This one is their wild cherry and goat's milk soap, which is a very good bar. It smells phenomenal. Wow, this is one of their best ones, actually. So here's this, but the bars just look really cool. The detail they put into these bars is just great. It's amazing. And then this one right here is another one of their best bars. It's their honeycomb bar, and they even make it like patterned as a honeycomb. So that's really cool that they do that. And I am a big fan and a big supporter of their company. The soap isn't necessarily the kind that I'm going to be using every single day, but when I do want to use goat soap, I definitely grab some from them. Next up, we have some more. All right, we have another brand that you've probably heard of this one. This specific bar, I've had a lot of people try to buy off of me too, because it's discontinued now. This is Saliski Soaps, and this specifically is their Sea Spice bar, which has been discontinued, and a lot of people tried to get their hands on it, but I'm hanging on to this one. So, not a lot of super crazy ingredients. They do use just regular fragrance in their bars, but the thing about here, I will open it up for this video. And they did change their packaging a little bit too, so it's more updated than this brown cardboard. But the other one I had, I actually the packaging ripped because it was sealed so well. Yeah, look at this bar. What a great bar that is. This has indigo in it and everything. Oh, it smells so good. I can see why people really tried to get this bar. Saliski Soap Sea Spice bar is just, for some reason, it's super nostalgic. But the thing I want to highlight about Saliski, even though a lot of their bars don't really have exfoliation, they're primarily based on just fragrance that they add to the bar. They have probably the best lather out of any company. Just the quality of the lather is so good. Saliski Soaps, their lather is noticeably better than most bars. I just recently got done using their Appalachian bar, whatever it was called, Appalachian Trail or something. You know, it was a very nice rustic pine scent, but the lather was just so good, unmistakably good. So I wanted to give a lather shout out to Saliski Soaps, and I appreciate the lather in their bar. I don't know exactly how they do it, but they have the right proportions or something. Next up, let's do Saint Sivion. Very expensive bar, very expensive company, but this is quality. So I would say this is the best quality bar soap you can get. They use just the finest ingredients, but what really stands out for their bars is one specific ingredient, and that is the Tussa silk that they have in their bars. Very small bar, but you can just look at that quality. It's very small, very expensive. The scents are very good. This one specifically is, well, I don't know. It doesn't even say on here. But I think it's like an avocado and something. Avocado and lime or something. I think it's avocado and cactus. Very good scent. But the ingredient quality is better in this company than like almost any other company. Like you have cactus puree, avocado puree, sea moss. So they use sea moss and silk in I think all of their bars. And that gives them, I know I said Salisky had the best lather overall, but they have like the silkiest lather. This just feels like you're showering with a bar of gold. Like it just feels super expensive and luxury. This is the best luxury bar soap out there. So that's what they get. They are definitely the #1 luxury bar soap company out there. And it is expensive, but you do get what you pay for with them. The lather just feels like you're showering with silk. It's otherworldly. So it's worth trying at least once. And when I bought an order from them, it took longer than you would think to get shipped, maybe a week and a half. Didn't even complain, didn't even email them or anything, and they sent me an extra bar of soap that I didn't order. So that was pretty cool. It was actually, so I don't think it was a mistake either. I think it was intentional. I bought this bar, and then after I had added another bar to my checkout cart, and I never checked out or anything. And I was just looking at it, and I was gonna buy it, but I didn't want to buy another one until I tried the first one. And they sent me that one too. So that was really cool. But yeah, the best quality luxury soap bar. Let's move on to Dapper Yankee. So Dapper Yankee has been, I don't know if it's called controversial, but a lot of people say they don't really make their soap. Like, I don't know. I don't really care. I think they really stepped up their game. And what I am going to appreciate about Dapper Yankee is their packaging, actually. I think they have some of the best packaging, some of the best marketing. Their newer scents are pretty good, too. I really like their Game Day and their Winterland, their Arctic Blueberry. Very, very good. They sent like a magnet, and it had the lion, the whole Dapper Yankee thing on there. And they sent it in one of my packages, so I got that magnet now. But I love their whole packaging and everything. And it's just a pretty cool company. And I like some of the bars they've been coming out with. When I first tried them out, I didn't really like any of the samples that I tried, or their pumpkin bar. But these newer bars, the 3 newest ones that came out, are very, very good. So Dapper Yankee is definitely worth continuing to buy from. Next up, we have a company that people love, and that is the Black Stuff. I'm going to say that they have, I don't love them as much as a lot of people do. I think they all have a very similar smell, and I can't quite tell you what it is. But these are Irish made in Ireland. They are using a lot of local ingredients. They use like Irish rainwater and stuff like that. So I think they have some of the best quality bars out there as well. They have some good scents, but they do have some of the best quality and best customer service. So the Black Stuff natural handmade Irish soap, they're definitely worth checking out. All right, we're down to like the last 2 now. So let's see here. We've got Dr. Squatch. Everybody knows Dr. Squatch now. But I do want to shout out Dr. Squatch for a couple of things. And that first thing is, besides completely changing the soap game, they do still have some of the most unique soaps out there. Even though they are limited edition, I think they have some of the best limited edition bars, like Werewolf Wash, Crypto Cleanse. There's nothing like these bars out there. And some of the stuff they come out with is just incredible. The packaging is great. And all around is very, very good quality. Like these bars, you're just not going to get anywhere else. Nothing like this. So these Dr. Squatch bars right here, they really, they really just stand apart. And a lot of other bars that they've come out with, Fresh Falls, Dr. Squatch is, you know, they're a monster. They're a huge company, and they just have some amazing bars like that. It's easy to forget, but it's not hard to remember. That doesn't make any sense at all. I just made that up on the spot. All right. Last but not least, definitely not least, we have Sudsy Bear. They have just taken the soap game by storm. You know, we all love Sudsy Bear. They definitely have some growing pains, but this has like the best quality bar of soap, I would say. I've kind of said that about a few other bars, but this really is like all around quality. Best customer service, best size bar you're really gonna get. And then the ingredients. I think Sudsy Bear actually uses some of the best ingredients out there as well. So many great ingredients that they use, so many unique ingredients, and like their Old St. Nick bar, for example. I mean, they just keep getting better and better. So, Sudsy Bear, fantastic. We love Sudsy Bear. There was another company I was going to mention, but I'm not. Well, I will mention them, but it's not in a good way. Duke Cannon. I know I said Outlaw is the most overrated. Duke Cannon actually might be the most overrated. Their bars are not that good. All they do is just add a different fragrance to each bar. They're not that good. They don't smell that good. They're just big giant bars of soap. They're not all natural. That's my little Duke Cannon rant. But if you want an alternative, if you want a smaller bar of soap, here's my award to New England Soap Company. And the link for this is in my bio on the YouTube channel. New England Soap Company. You can get... Right now we have 12 different scents ranging from all different New England states and New York. They're nature type scents. They're great. They're outdoorsy. They are unique to each state, and they're very, very much based on region. I've spent a lot of time in every New England state, some more than others, but I'm very familiar with every single one in New York. So I know how it is in each state, and I really understand the nature of each state. So give it a shot. A lot of people have been loving our blueberry bar and a few other ones as well. So check us out. Anyway, if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. We will see you next time.